Andrew York, welcome to Radio Classic and welcome to Finland.
Thank you.
Is this actually your first time here?
First time in Finland, yes.
All right. How does Finland seem to you?
Great. It seems very pleasant, and I'm impressed that the sun doesn't really set. This
Yes.
is, to me, very exotic.
Yes. You are a guitarist, but also a composer. What inspires you as a composer?
To me, music, I'm really drawn toward creating new music, and I always have been. To me, my most important goal and my greatest joy is to create new things. That's, everyone has a different need for their artistic expression. For me, it's to create new music all the time. And also, as a guitarist, I play it, so I have to keep my ability up as a player as well. So what inspires me? Everything, just nature primarily, just seeing the patterns and order and beauty in nature is the organic quality that the natural world has to offer helps me form my music.
Tell us a little bit about the piece of music that you played just now.
That piece of music was actually a band track that I did with Andy Summers of the Police. We played all the instruments. And then a couple years ago, I went to Japan right after the tsunami, and my manager there asked me to do a solo guitar version of that piece. So I recomposed it and rearranged it. It's called Centerpeace. So it had an interesting history of coming from almost not rock and roll, but more of a band track, and now it's this sort of luscious, open tuning solo guitar piece.
You have done all kinds of various types of music. Not only like traditional classical. Why do you think for you it's important to explore these boundaries?
I don't think music has boundaries. I think most boundaries are artificial, and I've always resisted really falling into any one set of music or anything. I think music is just music. And I want to be open to all of it. I mean, there's good music and bad music in every style.
Yeah.
So I try to just find the good in different styles that excite me or that I love.
If you could choose, well, this is a difficult thing. If you could choose to be a guitarist or a composer, which one would you be?
Composer. I don't know. That is difficult. But I have to create new music. There's a lot of good guitarists in the world. There's not a lot of good composers in the world. So to me, it's very interesting to create new music.
Do you think there's enough music for guitar?
There is what there is. There's more all the time. No, I don't think there's enough compared to violin or cello or piano. Not enough, but there is more all the time. It takes time to make good music. So, and the guitar world, I think, has been a little bit resistant toward absorbing new music and has relied on a body of work that is of moderate quality. We didn't have any Bachs or Beethovens, writing specifically for our instrument, though of course we play Bach, lute suites, but we didn't have these great composers writing for us that most other instruments did.
Yes. If we go back in time, as a young boy, when you started playing guitar, how did you actually find your way to guitar?
Oh, I come from a musical family. My father's a guitar player, and my uncle and my mother are a very good singer. So there was family gatherings were always musical. Songs were sung and music was played, and it was just sort of it was available. It was there.
So you find your voice through the guitar?
I did. Yeah. It's a wonderful instrument, really. It's polyphonic. We can, it can play everything like a piano, yet it also has incredible depth of tone and possibility, unlike many instruments. It's a rainbow of color.
Tell us a little bit about your instrument that we saw.
That's
where does that come from?
It's made by David Daly. He's a very fine luthier and a good friend of mine in Reno, Nevada. And I have many of his instruments. I used all Daly instruments on my most recent recording.
So as you mentioned that the word lute, you have also performed as a lutist. Uh, in general, what are the differences playing with lute and a guitar?
Lute is much quieter and has much less sustain. It's a delightful instrument, but it's for a quieter time. It's difficult to play lute functionally in this time, I think. Even guitar is so quiet, but lute is even, just a delicate, beautiful instrument. Mm. But it has just a beautiful repertoire of Renaissance music that I love.
Also, you have been working with the Los Angeles Guitar Quartet. What kind of memories do you have from those times?
Just touring the world, and we got together when we were quite young, and I spent 20 years with them. And we reached every goal I would have wanted for that group. It was a really great thing. I composed a lot for the group, and it's just extremely fine ensemble. They're still out there playing. They're still just the best quartet around in the world.
Just last year, you had a new album, Yamour, came out, which is a double album. How did this album came about?
Well, actually, I funded it through Kickstarter. It's the crowdfunding website that funds films, documentaries, recordings, all kinds of things, technological projects. And it double funded. It funded very quickly, so I was very happy. And then it went on to double fund, so I made a double CD and also a double vinyl LP, which was very nice to have an actual large LP. And it's just the music I've written over the last 7 years that I haven't recorded, as well as there's one piece by Bach, but the rest are all my compositions. And the stylistic variation is very great.
Yes, indeed. So where can you have actually this album?
Right there, it's in your hand, just for you.
Oh, for me, thanks. Yeah. But from the website?
From my website, it's on iTunes, things like that.
Yes, all right. Many people don't know that you're a guitarist, composer, but you're also a painter. How did that come about?
Well, let's see. There's actually a couple in here. That's one of my paintings, which is way too small to see. It's actually a pretty big painting, but they made it very small for the artwork. And then this is one of my paintings with a nice hole in the middle, but of a close-up of kind of a twist neck view of playing. Painting is just incredible. It's again making new art. And what I liked is that guitar is such hard work to practice and everything, but painting was sort of just freedom. I could do whatever I want, throw paint around, and there was no rules, and it was only for me. It wasn't a job. So it was sort of a free artistic expression. It's very liberating.
Yes. So what shall you perform here in Tampere?
I'll do selections from my new recording. I'll do 4 movements of a Bach cello suite, and I tune my guitar like a cello, which is pretty interesting. It really changes the way the guitar sounds and forces you to phrase like a cello, because you have to finger it like a cello would. And the rest will be a wide selection of my compositions.
Right. How does your year look like? Is it busy?
This year is moderately busy. Last year I was on the road all the time. This year only half the time, so this is good. It gives me time to do other things that I must do when I'm not traveling.
Yes. Thank you so much for this visit.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the best for the concert and for good luck for the future.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. All right.